It gets the job done.
Yeah, it gets the job done. Beast hero in the mid lane, especially in the melee matchups. I mean, it's just a complete cancer to play into. You like can't secure. The Ember has to use Sleight of Fist to secure like every CS. Really,
No.
really cancer.
Yeah, so what are we worried that Parker's going to take? I gotta say, Parker has been popping off this tournament. Parker's been popping off in general lately.
I feel like we got to talk about the fact that there's no Hector. Like I feel like we got to talk about the fact that they have Parker.
Okay, I was told that he was sick. They're all at the team house.
Bros, that's Gunner Lone Druid.
Yeah, so that's different. So they're gonna put the Tiny 4 with Enigma, and they're gonna just.
It'll still be Lelis on the Rubik, probably, right?
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
10 seconds left.
Like, there's no way this isn't Gunner LD. He's the only one who plays it for this team.
Yeah,
Husky Lone Druid.
Okay, stop, neph. You're getting a little too off the rocker right now.
I mean, yeah, they do like it versus Ember. I will say I don't think it's very good into Enchantress personally.
Yeah.
I think Enchantress is one of the best 5s at actually killing the bear. I think we even played that matchup in DPC. Maybe I think I played Ench and they played Druid, and I think we lost. But I think the Ench was still good versus the Druid.
Why is it so good against the bear? Just impetus?
The impetus does double damage to creeps. It's like a hero creep, right?
Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
Plus,
you have the enchant for slow. I'm so old, man. I don't know anything about this game anymore.
Enchant to slow and dispel buffs.
Yeah, plus you have the slow. You can you can slow the bear. You can stun it.
Shows what I know about this game. Yeah. So, when did they even change that?
About a year ago, a little more. It's about when I started playing.
I'm glad I got you here. We got a real fucking analyst here. Thank you, Sammy.
Yes.
Gyrocopter.
Okay.
That's the Parker hero.
It's
okay.
I've been touting for so long that Gyro is the single-handed best counter in the game to Enigma. And it has been bugging me that no one picks this. I feel like this hero is mostly dead, but it absolutely destroys Enigma offlane.
This is a pretty god Gyro game, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's great versus Enigma, it's good versus Druid, it's good versus Tiny. They can't really kill the Mythile, and Black is gonna feast in this game. Like every fight he enters, Black is amazing. The Mythile is amazing, the ult's amazing, it's really good at slowing the Druid, catching. You don't have to give it away to Rubik. You can always just ult and then insta Black. You don't have to give your spell away. Good matchup for sure in this game, and also great laner. Especially, I mean, Enigma Tiny's gonna have a real problem laning into this Gyro Enchantress. This is like nightmare scenario level lane. It's like Gyro Enchantress, pretty nightmare.
You can't demonic convert in this lane against Gyro. You can only convert away from the creep wave and then just run the Eidolons away.
5 seconds.
You can't actually use them.
There's a chance that Tiny skills tree and they're able to play the first couple waves pretty well. That would be kind of the idea. Maybe they can go Buckler on Enigma.
That could
Buckler,
work.
Enigma, and the Tiny just walks in and plays with tree, and you can take some denies because they don't have a lot of base damage. But once the Enchantress gets level 3, I mean, it's gonna get really hard, 100%. So I think if they play it the right way on the first waves, they'll get through it till level 3, and then the Enigma will just cuck himself, and the Tiny will just go roam mid or something. But it is definitely super strong for the Ench Gyro. And there's the Marcy carry.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is some scary frontlining heroes on nouns. We'll see what they respond to last.
Also,
man, is there gonna be Viper or Weaver? There's gotta be Viper Weaver here.
I mean, Weaver was something we saw banned out in the last game.
You could go for the Viper, but the problem is Viper can still die in this lane, is the thing. You have so much mobility with Marcy. You'll trade probably, but you could still kill the Viper. So, this is such an incredibly good sidekick game. We were talking earlier of why the Bloater is so good.
Hold on. What about Brewmaster?
It's okay, but not that good in the Rubik or Tiny. The Avalanche is good at stunning the Pandas in their split. They have to play on demonic conversion. They're gonna get feared. He might get stolen at the end of split.
Dave Johnson here.
Beastmaster. Okay.
It's a stable lane.
Well, Beast Coast is playing fast, that's for sure. They're gonna really play. Either way. I mean, I think I like Noun's lineup better. This Marcy carry looks like it's gonna. I think Marcy carry is good versus Beastmaster. I think this is a good lane for Marcy. I think they have a winning mid lane. They have a winning top lane. I think their off lane, if they play well, can mitigate a lot of what the Gyro Ench can do. And they also have enough strength to just fight, man. They got Marcy carry. You can't just snowball this hero. This guy's this girl is ready to hit hard. So I think Nouns have a slightly better draft, but Beast Coast are really all in on the snowball. It could end fast. For sure.
I got a lot of confidence in Yamson playing an anime girl, but you guys talked me into this gyrocopter, so I'm making on Beast Coast here for game number 2. Schofield is an Earth Spirit god, even though Enigma's a good counter. This gyrocopter becomes very scary to the Enigma, though.
I'm a big fan of the gyrocopter into Enigma. I think that lane, if played correctly, like if Beast Coast doesn't misplay the level 1, I don't foresee that lane going well, and I'm pretty sure Parker will outfarm everyone by a landslide.
Nice. Game 3 hype.
Yeah, I'm hoping, dude. Game 3 would be super hype.
Yeah, you know, as a non-biased Nouns team manager, I want to see a quick 2-0 for Nouns.
Please.
As a caster, this is a very hype series. I want to see it go to 3 games, but we'll see what happens here. Gunner Lone Druid is very scary, though. I remember last year, Quincy Crew was just like banning this out against Nouns/4Zoom. It was just like, I don't want to play against this. Like Quinn just refused. He goes, yeah, I ain't playing against Gunner's Lone Druid in the mid lane. That's not happening. I'll beat him on anything else, but
I think every team first phase bans
shade there. Shaded his own player. Did you guys hear that? That was crazy. What? Why?
Dude, Gunner's gonna kill me for that one.
Gunner's gonna I don't know. You're getting fired after that. That was crazy.
I thought I was in charge. I thought I was the boss.
You're the boss. Oh, okay. Well, you can fire them then.
Yeah. You can't fire me.
Yeah,
I'm firing you.
Me.
I fire myself.
Oh yeah, we got let's take a quick look at Gunner's Lone Druid Bear here. We got Joel. Gunner's a big advocate of the Joel.
It's a good bear. It's a good looking bear.
Yeah.
Do we have any
I see that you're not familiar. Can we get some Joels in the chat?
I know
for
what
Gunner,
Joel
everybody?
is, Neff. What, you think I live under a rock? Okay. Everyone's a fan of Joel, okay? Everyone knows who Joel is.
Look, I'm the boomer here. I can't sense the sarcasm. This thing was news to me.
All right. We got another pregame spoke from Nouns.
Dude, he did go Buckler on Enigma.
Yeah, he did.
Great
This
call.
is what I was saying. That I think Lelis is gonna. He has Windlace. I don't know if he's gonna skill tree with Windlace. Maybe he still will. But this is where I think Lelis will skill tree, and they're gonna just try to play the lane with Buckler. I think it'll go okay. I don't think it's that bad.
It's the only way to do
really
it.
did it.
He has to go demonic conversion 1, and the gyro's gonna go flat cannon 1 and kill your creeps if you don't have Buckler, every single time.
Remember when you used to be able to toggle these things to give armor to your creeps? Now they just give armor to player units. We live in crazy times. This is 1984.
Is it? Is this why it's 1984 now?
Yes.
The Buckler?
Because you can't increase your APM by toggling your Basilius anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great use of stats right there.
Whoa, interesting. It looks like Schofield's gonna lane bottom. He just sentryed the large.
So you're gonna run the gyrocopter Earth Spirit bottom? I mean,
yeah, the gyro Earth Spirit.
That's actually real scary. Lelis in trouble. They actually have just going the missile level 1, and with the chase from Schofield here, there's no chance he gets out of this. Ooh, high ground miss, but Parker still gets it. First blood to the gyro.
Okay, this is a really interesting way to mitigate what Nouns are doing on the warding side, right? We saw Nouns do the pregame smoke into a Radiant side. They sentry the medium. Then they obs the hard. You see they're blocking one camp. They're obsing the other. And now they're going to actually have to play into no camps on the bottom side and all the camps on the top side where the Enchantress already has a sentry. The Rubik has no sentry in base. So 100% going to be camps top side for this Enchantress.
Yeah. Smart play there. I mean, this is something you have to keep in mind whenever playing against Enchantress. If you get a ghost at the 1 minute mark, the first enchant, you can take a lot of damage. They're just gonna come in on a stinger though. He's got a lot of movement speed, but.
And how do you feel about this lane though with the Beastmaster? Because the latest builds have pretty much always been Wild Axes. I saw a 3-1-1 build recently from a lot of players. And they just send the boar to go just stack the hard and ancient camp constantly, and then they just spam axes and suddenly have 2 extra levels. It's kind of like the old Broodmother play.
Yeah, it's extremely stable.
Batrider.
Very very stable way of playing the game, and for a lot of offlaners, you're playing into a hard lane. Your lane is inherently unstable because it plays near the enemy tower. It's easy to get TP'd on. Your enemy has armor and regen the whole early game that you don't have. And they have a small, So it's a difficult lane, and a lot of people just want to play to neutralize. And I think that's one of the best ways of neutralizing. It's why we see this hero continue to be popular time and time again. It's because it can play these kind of cheese neutralize lanes like really effectively. And Myth on the stun top lane. Stinger though, maybe still in some trouble.
He's just trying to run him away, but the little assassin,
Yes,
is it enough?
And
He gets
Yamson
the
might
heal.
get turned on.
He's got 9 stick. Nice telekinesis back, but I don't think they have the damage. Yeah, Yamson's gonna go down instead, and now Husky body blocked up here by Sacred. Doesn't have mana for the axes, so he's gonna make it underneath the tower, but that is a great turnaround from the side of Beast Coast there.
Yeah, meanwhile on bottom, they're trying to commit pretty hard on the Moo.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna be able to finish him off.
So we were talking about the Buckler play and like keeping the Eidolons alive. They were underneath the tower with Buckler aura. Schofield just boulder smashed, kicked them, and then the flat cannon cleared all 3 of them up instantly. So I do worry about this lane, like the amount of gold the Gyro can get from these creeps.
Yeah, it is interesting. This boulder.
They're gonna do it right now.
Yeah, it's really good at slowing these Eidolons down for the Gyro. It's actually a really nasty lane.
Yeah.
Really high synergy somehow.
That works out great.
But good denies by Moo there.
Yeah.
Two denies on the Eidolons.
Of course, when you deny like player units, it denies 100% of the XP from them.
Yep.
Instead of just, what is even the percentage now? They've changed it a million times.
Maybe. I think it's 30.
It's not even worth denying creeps anymore. We're League of Legends now.
Dude, do you remember the patch where you denied 70% of experience?
Remember when you got
good old
gold for
days.
denying?
The good old days, and every game had like Bloodseeker mid and Tiny mid. Yeah, that was not fun.
No noobs allowed. Get the hell out of my game.
Lelis in some trouble bottom, but he's tanky. He'll be fine. He's got enough movement speed to get away.
I will say it looks like they're at a region bottom.
Yeah.
Schofield has 1 set of tangos left, but the Gyrocopter got his courier killed and has no regen. So I mean, if you look at how much resource that Dire has, it actually looks like it might be getting bad for Radiant somehow. But just have to be careful here. Parker might get all in at some point.
I mean, the missile's coming through. I don't think Moo's gonna grab it in time. They kick back Moo instead. Oh, beautiful play there from Schofield. The rolling boulder stuns, but a great avalanche from Lelis, and Parker has to walk away. He's taking way too much damage from this. He'll get tossed to Tango.
Also give him the punches, and Gunnar doing what he does best.
Creeps. Yeah, Eidolons are dead again. And Lelis just takes a boulder kick, and the flak finishes him off. Okay. Beautiful chase from Schofield as well. The body block's not going to be there, though. Nice play there from Moo.
This is a huge wave. You die here on Moo.
They're just going to try and zone him off the wave completely.
He had the missile. The Gyro has a missile.
Yeah, he's going to throw it.
Moo's trying so hard to soak up all this XP.
Schofield should clarity and try to get a kick.
He'll be all right.
To go for it.
Tense bottom lane.
I want to also say the mid lane is going pretty well for Dark Mago. This is a hard matchup. He's even. He didn't get a bottle fill at 4. We saw Gunnar do a kind of a trick, right? Gunnar sent his bear top, took the rune, summoned, sent it bot with the fear, I think. Oh, he didn't skill fear. He had the skill point. But he got both runes. And so now the Ember is going to be low resource heading into the 6-minute rune. It's going to maybe make Ember use his TP. Go to base, which is a really important thing in this game. Keeping the Ember locked to the mid lane for as long as he can on the lone turret.
Yeah. So we don't see like a rotation bottom and TP back mid type of thing.
Yeah, and Ember also missing the boundary.
Schofield in some trouble. They do get the Eidolon split there, and the Avalanche not being able to clean them up right away. I mean, Parker will finish off all the creeps, but a nice pickoff there onto your Spirit. Top lane, though, some more fighting happens as Stinger's going to get tossed back, but he's just healing through so much of this damage, and Yamsun's going to be forced to back again. Husky will clean him up, but a hurricane back.
Oh, that's best case scenario for this Beastmaster. Now he's about to be really high level. Gets the solo kill on the Marcy.
Yeah, and almost to his Helm of the Dominator, too.
Parker gets his Salve canceled again. I want to say Parker, I think, is making some pretty massive mistakes in this bottom lane in terms of his resource management. I feel like this bottom lane could have gone a lot better for them, as you said, Ricky, if Parker had a bit more resource. Like if this guy bought 1 Salve or 1 set of Tangos instead of nothing, I think it would be going a lot better. Hard for the Earth Spirit to buy everything in this lane. He's a melee hero that won't get to the full camp. I mean, as you see, he's trying. Schofield, very low net worth. Go with those Eidolons.
Yeah, that's pretty much how the lane should go. Anytime you see the Eidolons get dropped, it's just immediate flat cannon into the boulder kick, and they should just die. But like you said, he has to play so far back on the gyro, because if he doesn't and gets avalanched, he could die.
Yeah. He's finally getting kind of high resource now, but I mean, I would say from like 3 to now, it's been. I mean, he's gonna get gone on again right away too. Lose all his resource.
Yep, avalanche taunts back, does pump that flat cannon boulder in as well from Schofield. Parker, he's gonna have to run away. He's not gonna die here. Well, Malefice actually, he is gonna die. Chase under the tower, they got him.
If he has enough resource to not get all in, it's a very easy lane for him. He just has to be high HP. Meanwhile, top getting
roar
bored.
top lane into the Centaur stomp as well. Yamsun trying to get away, does manage to do it, pops the stick as well. Sidekick into the rebound.
Ember will be here.
Not enough damage.
It's gonna go more. Husky's probably gonna be in some trouble here.
Barely getting out of another Centaur stomp, and now with the rotation in from Dark Mega, they toggle the tower aggro. Dude, what sick play here in the top lane.
Yep. Mid tower under pressure though.
Yeah.
Really good news for now. And bottom lane again, Schofield.
Dude, what?
Whoa.
He's gonna be able to roll away from this one. I mean, they are taking a lot of damage on the mid-tier one. But
Parker's in trouble again too. He's gonna get tossed.
Yeah, under the Eidolons. He didn't get the flak on these either, so these might split. They just need one more attack.
It's really bad.
Okay, he will be able to survive, and now a avalanche perfectly done by Lelis, a 1-for-1 trade. But Parker can't finish off the tiny. Husky's coming down. He's gonna zap him, dude. Level 3 Fade Bolt. Husky's almost level 6. What?
All right.
I'm the carry now. All right, dog. It's back to mid lane Husky.
I don't know how Husky is almost level 6 on the 5.
He's gonna go for Dark Mago now as well. Get his ass, Husky.
Oh no, he got rooted.
He's got telekinesis and Fade Bolt. Oh, doesn't steal the chains though, so unfortunate. Oh, he doesn't have chains.
No, he has no chains. Yeah. No way. Yeah, I mean this bottom lane, like I said, I think going pretty well for now. I mean, the Earth Spirit was a good switch up. I think it is just unfortunate he
big TP's bottom.
Did not have enough resource. So there's a massive fight here.
They lose Schofield. Parker's coming in though. You're right, he does have Black Hole, but I don't know if he has the follow-up damage. There's gonna be the call down. He's got to just drop it. Can Tiny do it? He's got no spells left. Moo on the run. They're just gonna chase him down. Stinger gets the kill.
And no Black Hole.
Yeah. Tower mid falls.
Yeah.
So he gets a root here. Dark Mago is dead. He just fears him into a root. Yeah, that'll do it.
All right then.
I mean, this is why people ban out the Gunner Earth Spirit. Joel looking damn fine today. It's unfortunate that Black Hole goes on cooldown there. I think if he had a different spell on Rubik, it would have been a lot easier. But he had Boulder Smash. Like any Earth Spirit spell on Rubik does not feel good to.
Yeah, how do you use Boulder Smash? That's
You hope, you pray. I mean, you've got extra cast range, so you can kind of do some cool stuff with like
from
telekinesis and Boulder Smash with the extra cast range from Arcane Supremacy. Like some stuff is kind of cool.
Wait, what? The Dire WTF sec? Wait, what? What happened?
How Dire kill you?
Oh,
it's
wait,
talking about.
what?
Oh, it does say.
Oh, it says
just a visual bug. I've seen this before. Yeah, it's a visual bug.
Okay, just game's still in beta, guys. Don't worry about it. Not a big deal. Yeah. Okay, that's I didn't even catch that. I saw him deny to the tower and like everything, but I was just like, yeah, just casual deny. I'm assuming the gold was actually distributed, but we'll see. Parker going for a Midas on the gyrocopter, and he is gonna go for the stats build. So how do you guys feel about the Midas as opposed to just going like the Chrysalis or something like that, which we've seen a lot of the time? Like what are the old gyro build, right? You just go like 1-1-4 with like a Chrysalis into Ags.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a funny build this game. I think he could just go like, I mean, he could just go Ags, but it feels kind of awkward. He could go like Dragonlance and split into Ags. I think it's a good Dragonlance game, funny enough. But I think Chrysalis is okay too. Doesn't exactly matter because it'll all like do the same thing, right? He'll just flash farm either way. But it is peculiar. And Gunner also picking up a Midas too, so 2 Midases this game. Chrysalis is obviously more damage too.
Yep.
It looks like it is good for Nouns though. Nouns have a pretty solid position, I would say. They have their mid tower. The Lone Druid is level 9 at 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Amazing game.
I mean, he never left mid lane, right? Gunnar just stayed here the whole time. Every time the Ember was rotating, Gunnar was free farming mid and pushing tower, and eventually gets the tower, eventually gets the solo kill, top net worth with an almost Midas while being level 9 at 9.5 minutes. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. And the Marcy isn't even that poor. Yamson having a pretty acceptable game despite the deaths. I mean, he died twice in lane to the Beastmaster, and obviously, you know, this Beastmaster is a problem, you know, almost top of the net worth. But Marcy is not that poor. 3.7k at 10 minutes for Marcy that had a really rough lane versus Beastmaster is not that bad, I would say.
Yeah.
So, I don't think things are that bad for nouns.
Yeah. The Enigma lane, like, he did get a lot of experience. Like, Moo did get his level 6, like, relatively early, but you can see it in the net worth now. Like, you just can't farm on Enigma off lane when you're playing into the gyro. It's just not possible because you absolutely rely on the Eidolon damage there to, like, CS. And you can see it in CS. He has 22 last hits, but 14 denies, and that's not going to cut it.
Yeah, he's very utility, though. He's rushing mech. Like, he's got Arcane's mech, and I mean, he might not even have to. He might just walk behind Lone Druid, and then the game will end. Right? Like, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
It might be very simple for this guy to just buy Guardian Greaves. I mean, walk behind Lone Druid, like run at all the towers. Okay, are you gonna fight us with Beast? Probably not. You're just gonna dodge. You're gonna go other side. I do say that Beast has a big advantage in this game because they have Roche control. So I think the big thing for Beast Coast here, the early game didn't go great, to be completely honest. Mid lane went pretty good actually for a little while, but obviously lost his tower, got solo killed. And then the bottom lane where the Earth Spirit and Gyro lane didn't go so well.
Yeah, I got to give it up to Dark Mega. It is impressive that he managed to get as many CS as he did against the Lone Druid. Like, that is not easy.
Yeah, it isn't easy actually.
He overperformed in that lane.
But it's, you know, not the start they want, and you know, their draft is very high tempo. They have Beast, they have Ange, they have Earth Spirit, Ember, 2 Spirit Brothers on the same team. You know, they're fast-paced mobility. They got, you know, they got to play high tempo, and for them to up the pace, I think they really need to try to get to this HOD2 on Beastmaster and then take Roche right away. I think the next step for them, have the Beast take the enemy Dire Jungle, take their mid tower, get that HOD2, keep flash farming, and then make one play into Roche. And if you can get Roche on this gyrocopter at a good timing, I think you have a good chance to maybe take a fight, force Black Hole. Black Hole will get used for the Aegis. Then you'll get to take all their towers because they don't have Black Hole. Then you'll have good map position for second Roche, and you can win the game that way. But I think it's an uphill battle for them, so we'll see how it goes.
Finally back into the game as they sort out their Discord issues. Gunner's found Parker. And he will be able to get healed up here by Stinger, so not much he can really do to continue that chase, but is forcing heroes here anyway.
Yeah, no root either, and he's gonna, I guess, just
he was waiting for the rune,
try to come out to the creep camps. Yeah.
But Dark Mega will grab an Arcane Rune top, so that's actually quite nice for him. As Moo will start to push the bottom tower, and they can't really stop this anymore. Like, with the threat of the Lone Druid being down here, I think it's just too much, so they'll just give up the tower.
Yeah.
Big bear. Scary.
Yeah.
You know the mid.
Yeah. Oh, nice pick on the Husky. Okay.
Good goal by Schofield.
And I try to trade for this one. Does Moo decide to go mid? He's got no TP, actually. I don't think they can defend this. They just have to give this up.
Oh my god, the Enchantress has the Dark Troll.
That's the problem with Enigma TPing bottom there. If Enigma had walked bottom, there's a chance to keep his mid, but he doesn't even have midnight pulse. Like, what is he really going to do? You know?
Yeah, no Black Hole, no midnight pulse.
And
so
now
many
I wonder, wow, they might just Roche. This might just be a really fast Roche. It looks like they can do it.
The Troll still got 50 seconds on it. They absolutely can.
Yeah, they're in. Let's go. All right. Yeah, this is exactly what they need. This is amazing for them. They can get this Ember will take Aegis, and Ember will then go shove mid lane like over and over and over again, and play on the big jungle, the Dire big jungle, and the Radiant big jungle over and over and over, and even enter the enemy tri camp too. He'll just try to play everywhere.
All right, just like that, Beast Coast finding a really good answer. So Aegis into the hands of Dark Mago, and a really quick Roche. I mean, Nouns had to know that was going. There's just no way to contest it.
Yeah.
You really need like BKB on Enigma. Black Hole needs to be off cooldown if you want to take these kind of fights. Once you have those things done, it's easier. But that's a heads-up play by Beast Coast, realizing, damn, we can take, you know, best objective in this game mid tower. They go straight into Roche after this. We'll take that. every time.
But that bottom tower is under siege, and this on Druid ready to go.
Yeah, they already committed their fortify at the tier 1, so it is just taking a lot of damage. They got catapult here. This tier 2 is just gone. They shouldn't have used that catapult.
He's
man,
gonna go for the resummon
fortify.
and an actual magnetize actually to try and clearing up these eidolons, but it's too little, too late. He got the tower. Mid lane though, we already see an initiation onto Lelis, but a good telekinesis away there from Husky. So outpost falls. That's huge.
12 minutes. So this is a crazy game. I mean, 12 minutes of the game, we see Roshan tanking and outpost claimed already.
Yeah, really fast-paced game. I mean, that's kind of what we expected, but
yeah. No, keep in mind we have this fast-paced game. This gyrocopter went for a hand of Midas in this fast-paced game.
That's good. He's scaling in. He's
scaling. You think he's gonna go late?
Gunner digging on the trusty shovel in Dark Mago's face. No respect.
I don't know. This is crazy person shit right here, Sammy.
Okay, I actually have a question for you because I'm curious how this favors. Because in my mind, I think as this goes on, nouns are in a much better position. So if Beast Coast can't get onto the high ground to kind of shut this game down in the next 20-ish, 25 minutes, I feel like the late game of nouns is terrifying. Am I wrong with looking at it that way?
Enigma's always very scary. Enigma and Mars, everybody is actually just like pretty beefy in the late game.
I think it depends how farmed the Ember Spirit is, because sometimes this hero just becomes so unkillable, or gets to Ags and gets to buyback, and he's gonna always be able to force the Enigma to press Black Hole on him. And if he can do that, I think there's a chance that the game is kind of chill for Beast Coast, but it relies a lot on the Ember having a lot of net worth, like having Maelstrom, Ags, maybe a Sanjin Kaya, maybe like a Shard, maybe a BKB even. You're gonna need maybe a Glyph here. You're gonna need a lot of items on Ember to really make that happen. And
bottom lane.
Beast Coast are just walking down bottom.
I was saying, do you see this, man? They've brought the army. That is a lot of units. Going to that tier 2.
So we're about to have a massive fight here.
Roll in. They're going to see Schofield. Oh, boy.
No,
nice
it is
avalanche.
over for you, my friend.
Toss in. They will grab the kill here onto the Earth Spirit, but not without a lot of damage being dealt back. I mean, the Magnetize with these summons is chewing through Lelis' HP pool here, and now the Ember coming in with a sleight of fist, trying to find the kill. One more remnant forward will do it. A missile coming out onto the Druid. Nice fear as well, but he needs help and fast. Moo's got a black hole. He's threatening to use it. Dark Mega with the Aegis. He doesn't care. They just clean him up. Diving the tower with ease.
I mean, that's the problem, right? The Ember with the Aegis, he's just going in. Like, what can they do? This guy has Aegis, so they get a black hole him? Like, no way. They can't go.
Yeah.
And the Ember...
Moo was hoping he would back off as he walked in there, but he's not going to drop that black hole on the Aegis Ember.
Tier 2 falls, you get the most farmed hero on the map, and you still have Aegis. I mean, this is looking really good for Beast Coast. I mean, we look at net worth and gold, it's super even. It's not that much of an advantage for the side of Beast Coast, but in terms of how strong these teams are comparatively at this moment, it's got to be Beast Coast, right?
I think one more minute for this Aegis. I mean, once this Ember can get black holed, like, this guy could just die right there, right? And then they can't fight. Then they're kind of screwed. So I think it really just does rely on this Aegis, making this Ember stronger than he was before. And when this Aegis runs out, it's not going to be that easy for them to fight. Marcy also, again, has not really done anything in this game. He's kind of just been farming top. He took the tower, which was good. It's almost at his BKB. But I'm really looking for the Marcy Q to be able to enter a fight, actually combo with the Lone Druid. Lelis, though, in trouble.
Yeah, nice toss there to get some space. Dude, that was a nice escape from him. He timed his avalanche perfectly to dodge the boar slow. Manages to get away there. And he's closing in on a blink, actually. He's just about 200 gold away, so these are huge if he can do it. And we'll see. That little repositioning to maybe find kills like on the Beastmaster or even on the Gyrocopter, of course, who doesn't quite have his BKB yet, would be huge.
Deceptive rune of invisibility.
I think they have Deso on Lone Druid as well. So
yeah, super close, like 50 gold.
Yeah, so there's going to be no Aegis and Deso. That could be it. Oh, but the Marcy, no BKB.
They're going to initiate on the Dark Mago. Again, just burn the Aegis. It's up in 3 seconds.
And
that's a problem. Marcy will fall as an exchange. Can they actually find the kill onto the Ember, though? Not going to happen. Moo's TP comes in just a second too late.
Now, I think they might lose their mid tower, too.
Oh, slight chains.
Oh, good remnant.
Well played there by Husky. Jump in, Lelis. That's the blink reveal. The toss back will catch the Earth Spirit. No way to blink away. And all right, they will be able to hold their tower for at least a few more moments. And Lelis, he's playing around it. Telekinesis into the mid lane. Do they get the fear? They do. A blink and one
Avalanche
into the avalanche. The toss to follow. They got him. They can look for Stinger now, as well as a Malefice will be more than enough to keep him in hands of this lone druid. So they end up finding 3 in exchange. Well, I guess in exchange for Yamsun, right? Because he did die immediately.
Yeah, some fast damage came from Lone Druid at the tail end of that team fight. You just completed the Desolator on our boy Joel here.
All right, there might be a smoke break, but Parker has BKB, so it's time for him to get involved in the game, it looks like. With a very interesting build. He has maxed homing, but no Q.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before. Also, he didn't take, interesting build. Yes.
Interesting. And when you say interesting, what do you really mean?
It's just interesting. I've just never seen it before. I've never seen a gyro.
You're too good at being a
like
caster
this.
now. You're getting too good at this.
Yeah, it's just never seen before. First time for everything, you know?
I mean, Missile does a pretty good amount of damage, and its cooldown scales really well. So, like, the missile damage is pretty nuts. Like, being able to throw these out in fights for sure is good,
it's just interesting because he might give it to the Rubik, something like that, and also it'd just be nice to have a couple points in Q, at least one.
Mid lane defense, are they gonna get it? They just jump it on Yamsun. He's got a BKB this time. The Avalanche to follow. Can they grab Sacred in time? They can. They get Stinger as well. Scofid will try to roll away. Parker drops that call down, and a nice kick away from the Earth Spirit. We'll be able to save a mech, topping off the team. Will they be able to get their hands on top of Dark Mago is the question. He's got a blink in one. He's opting not to chase, so they'll just get the D-Ward instead and settle for the 2 as Schofield continues to run circles around the map. Yamsun gets the interrupt, though. Beautifully done. Stolen call down. Gunner's Bear. You can't actually take the roll with that.
All right.
He's out of rocks, but he can still just roll down the hill without...
Schofield is making space, certainly. Okay.
Oh, no.
And funny enough, he has no boots. Like, he's just doing this, like, look at his items. He has Veil and a point booster, rushing Ags, no boots.
He does this every time. He actually does this every single time. Veil straight Ags with a wand. He doesn't even bother with boots.
Complete madman. Like, I don't know. And he's gonna take the outpost. Value.
This guy is huge gains for the side of Beast Coast there. Husky about to learn what Beastmaster is all about here. The roar just to make sure to cancel the TP. I mean, that's a rough one. Not much you can really do. Sacred Force used the roar at least, but finds himself a nice little kill. Rosh up in a minute.
Thankfully for Nouns, a full minute, so you have time to get Husky back on the map. You have time for BKBs and Unleash to come back off of cooldown on Marcy. You'll be able to contest this Roche when it comes up. I really do want to see the BKB come up on Moo, though. I think he does struggle to commit this black hole up until this is finished.
Dude, this gyro is huge, man.
Yeah, he does need to buy an item, though. What did he buy? He bought
a Reaver. He's going Satanic.
Okay. So that delays his game a little bit, right? He could have chose to bought like Ags when he would have it really soon, like maybe in time for this Roche fight. But he chooses to go for the Satanic, which is a little bit more of a long-term item. He's not going to have it for maybe another 2 minutes. That could be before the Roche fight. It could be a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Where are we at on Moo? Has the Guardian Greaves. Is he going Blink? Okay, he's got the Shard now. Okay, that's a good... I love the Enigma Shard.
Will Beastmaster scout this Roche? I'm not sure. Doesn't look like it.
He has no Hawk, so at least not for 8 more seconds. But we might see Stinger throw the Frost Mage in there soon.
It looks like he's going to Hawk here. Should get some vision. Maybe?
Come on, Sacred. Oh, no, he's fumbling. It's over.
All right.
What can you do?
Dark Mago is close to BKB, pushing out bottom. He's going to have it after the next wave if he continues for it.
Gunner did buy his Shard. It perfectly timed with the level 15 talents for the Savage Roar cooldown. So pretty much like the best thing you can get on Lone Druid. That power spike is pretty huge.
The Gyrocopter's courier's dead too. He needs to go to base. Or he needs his ally can pick up his items. Did you guys know that? I found that one out recently. You share control. You can use their courier, take your items.
Wait, you used to be able to do that back in Warcraft 3.
Yeah, you have to share hero control, unit control, but it works. Alright, but top lane, sorry.
That's got to be like a Warcraft 3
like movement speed boost there, try and get him out. Husky Will try and turn this around. They've got Moo on the backside. They get the call down. A lot of damage coming up from this Earth Spirit. The Silence as well catching on top of him. But Lelis, he's going to be the first to fall here. Yamson going to start laying into Stinger as the Chain Stuns do come through. Moo still looking for an opening with the Black Hole. BKB's expired, and here comes Parker, man.
The Rocket.
Rocket coming through will force them back into the base and buying back from the Tiny. So that's a toss back option. They smoke up as well. They're looking for Dark Mago. There's going to be his BKB. The Black Hole just comes out right away. Do they have the damage to find it? He interrupts the roll on the backside. Beautifully played by Husky. And he kills the Schofield in the same moment. What a Rubik fiend, dude. That was so sick.
Yeah, I think that smoke ended up coming in clutch too. He threw out the Hawk and he didn't see the Enigma at first. And so Ember Spirit just jumps the backside of that team fight thinking that it's safe for the BKB. And then boom, Black Hole comes out on him.
Yeah. And that could turn into Roche. I mean, that could break the game wide open, right?
It's definitely Roche. You got Deso. You go 100%.
I'm honestly surprised Schofield rolled in initially. To be honest with you, it looked like it was just kind of a sketch place to be. It looked like kind of an overextension to me. And they get punished really heavily for that now. They're going to lose Roche. And now you have lost kind of complete momentum in this game. This is like, to me, where I thought you want to finish Satanic, take Roche, look to close the game, but now it looks like the opposite. Now it looks like you can't fight for 5 minutes. You aren't going to scale that well into this game. You're scaling versus Enigma, Marcy, Lone Druid, and you have a single core, basically, an Ember Spirit who's not having a great game. He's having a decent game, but not a great game. So, really, see what happens here. Gunner playing very aggressive in the mid lane. Looks like they might just go for his bear. They know it's his only bear.
He does have telekinesis to try and make some space. Yep, there it is. What a cool shard. The dive bomb into the stun as well. They've got Marcy here trying to give it the move speed bonus. He's going to go ahead and drop the Lone Druid. True form. They've lost everything,
they might chase him. They know he has no bear. They are. Wow. Okay,
they're going straight into the tier 3s. Toss back Yamson pops the BKB, the fear, but the speed. Gunner's going to survive, and a nice Guardian Greaves there from Moo. Parker pops the BKB, trying to chase down Gunner. He's going to do it, pops the Aegis. But we could see Marcy re-engage.
They're thinking of it, yeah. They want to chase, it looks
Husky,
like.
He stalls the call.
Oh,
he's got the dive bomb.
He's got dive bomb too.
Who's he going to find? Dark Mago with a BKB. He just chews right through the Rubik. Nicely done on the backside. Huge avalanche. The toss. He snipes Parker. Sacred in trouble as well. Stinger's going to be able to get out, but now you've got to find a way to get out of the Ember. He's chain stunned instead. 4 end up dying. Oh, man.
They got a little bit too hungry there. Chasing them up to the high ground. It was too easy for them to turn things around at that point, but that was your window. Black Hole on cooldown. You see he doesn't have the bear on the Lone Druid. You think, okay, this is our best case scenario, but they push this a little bit too far.
Yeah, and this is to me where, I mean, I don't want to put the blame on missing their carry, but it does look like they're missing the guy who's saying, back, like, go farm, like, we're done or whatever, like, don't chase. Because in both these games, I mean, just pretty critical overextensions that are really just they're crazy, but they're fun to watch, but not very disciplined Dota, I would say, from Beast Coast here.
One other thing to note now, Lelis almost has an Aghanim Scepter.
Yep, so he's turning from like a support here who jumps into another ranged right clicker, basically.
Yeah. I mean, you're all utility Enigma, right? No BKB, no Blink. He's just going Vlad's into a Wraith Pact, and you're going to have a Tiny with an Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, top lane though.
Oh, yeah. Nice jumping out. He should be fine. Schofield does escape, I think.
There's no...
Come on, Schofield's going to give you the runaround again. This is what this guy does. He clowns on you. He makes you look like clowns, okay?
Husky's going to find him, though. Husky's going to find... Ooh, rolls up into the base
Schofield
again.
we're talking about here, Ricky.
Okay.
Be serious.
TP in from Moo.
This is Schofield.
Dude, TP in from Marcy.
You look like clowns.
He's gonna block the roll. He's gonna block the roll. He's got him. Well played. Yamson finally gets him. All right, it took a moment.
You want bottom? They're losing a tower bottom.
Yeah, Gunner took the tier 3
oh,
win.
Right. Okay. There's a game going on down here while this happens.
Lelis has got Avatos. He's looking for an opening. They're gonna lose the bear here.
Yeah, we'll die to the end.
That's Ench, dude. You talked about that at the very beginning of the game. Ench can kill the bear as a support.
I don't know if it's doing double damage, actually. I'm not sure. I can't tell.
It doesn't
it is killing
look like it, but yeah, it is a lot of damage still.
Well, they're forced to back off for now. I mean, this this game all of a sudden looks very difficult for Beast Coast. We did mention that Nouns does have the late game. This gyrocopter, I think he's kind of missed his window at this point. You think him being the Aghanim Scepter is going to be enough? You think a DD is going to be enough in a team fight?
I mean, DD will be enough. If he can get to level 20 in DD, I think it's enough. But
against a Marcy with Basher though, like doesn't Marcy just ruin your life with a Basher?
Yeah, they need to roar the Marcy. The Marcy has to get roared.
Yeah.
I mean, they also need to roar the Enigma, so you got problems. Earth Spirit's gonna turn him into a stone actually, so I guess Schofield has the counter like queued up, so that's good. Oh, he runs into Lelis though. Okay.
Does he? Lelis? He's got it.
Uh-oh.
Dude, he actually just barely gets away. He could sniff him, dude. He was so close.
I mean, it's a tense game now. The Beastmaster's queuing up BKB. The Ember is still working on his Sanj here. I think Ember having Shard and buyback is another good way for them to play, like I said earlier. It's really important that this guy is able to make some space. He needs to go first. He needs to put his body on the line, and he better get some kills on the subs while he's doing it.
I mean, this sounds great, but do you think he just lets himself get black holed and just like buys back into the fight with a remnant down, or what?
Yeah, like I think he needs to go kill Rubik, and then he's gonna get black holed, and then he's gonna die, and then he's gonna buyback, and then maybe with his buyback they'll have enough catch to like let the gyro not get kited.
Well, they have a save for the black hole now. They've got Aghanim Shard on.
What is the range?
Earth Spirit.
The range is so low.
It's 450.
For allies, it's 450.
500.
Or okay, yeah. For allies, it's 500. For enemies, it's like melee basically.
Schofield's just in, like I guess. Like,
oh, he just gets instantly feared. Oh, he was looking for the stone target. And Husky,
he
he
steals
steals
anybody,
remnants.
but he couldn't save himself. What can you do?
I'm not totally sure what they're doing here on East Coast. I'm not gonna lie.
They're gonna try and get away now. Is what they gotta try and do. Parker ends up just cutting out the mid wave, and Gunner gonna be forced to use the true form. He's got to get his bear out of here, man. It is taking way too much damage from this Eng. Ward immediately dewarded here. They're looking for Dark Mago if they can grab the stun. There it is, the avalanche, the toss. They just get the chain stun, and he's dead. Roar out onto the Marcy, but you gotta get out now. Sacred, he's still got the seal totem, but they're gonna be able to continue the chase. Let's blink in one up onto the high ground. Will he do it? He's got his eye sets on Parker instead. He gets the fear. Moo trying to get in range for the black hole. He's gonna get him, baby. Gyrocopter goes down. Schofield and Sacred can't do anything. They'll see Stinger here. He's gonna get feared away. Gunner, he's looking for Sacred instead though. He gets the first hit root. Are you kidding me, dude? And now Enchantress, the next target, trying to run away from this beast that is the Nouns lineup. Looks like he's gonna be fine, but you have some problems in the mid lane. You have a sidekicked bear taking your towers.
Now, these buildings are going to melt very fast as soon as he drops on Unleash again. Hell, you don't need Unleash. I take it back.
No Unleash. You have AC Deso Bear.
I mean, he's going to use it anyways, I think. Your buildings are gone. No, he's not committed
The bear
yet.
like 4 shots the racks with sidekick.
This is insane. And they play it safe. There's 16 seconds left on the gyrocopter. It looks like they're gonna back off. And I say that Gunner's trying to clean up a creep wave. That's pretty greedy. Beastmaster's back up, and gyrocopter comes up in a couple seconds. Enchantress is.
I mean, Schofield is
hoping to find something.
Dude, they just get out completely. Well, maybe not Gunner. He is in a really bad spot right now. Yeah, he's gonna pop the true form. There's the roar. If you don't kill the bear, it will sustain him through almost all of this damage, but bear number 1 goes down. He has a resummon. Yamsun just goes in and destroys the Ember. He does get cliffed though for the moment, which is quite nice, but the 4-staff on down to the low ground. The fears, they continue to chase. They get the root onto the Beastmaster, the G4. They get the gyrocopter, and he's done as well. 4 dead as Gunner survives it all. And that might just be a 2-0 from Nouns here.
It's looking like it. I mean, we saw how quickly these heroes ended up going through the buildings. The Lone Druid is tearing this apart. You can't give Gunner off this Lone Druid, man.
There it is, the GG. They've done it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
With the 2-0, they're going to beat Beast Coast. Mind you, without K1, without Hector, but the top team in the SADPC ends up getting taken down in pretty quick fashion here by Nouns.
Yeah. I mean, both games, I would say, at some point in both games, Beast Coast looked like they could win.
Yeah.
Like, they could easily snowball the games, but pretty massive overextensions from Beast Coast. And Nouns kept their cool. I think Gunner was the MVP of both games, to me. Played really well in both games. I think, I don't know. To me, he excelled in both games, so did really well.
Yep. I mean, Moog game number 1, Timbersaw definitely kept them in it. The man was playing insane with that, playing far forward, definitely pushing the limits of what that he was able to tank while putting out a lot of damage. But Gunner, rough start in game number 1, bounced back in game number 2, definitely carried this one. So congratulations to Nouns.
They're good, man. What do you want to say about it? Like, there's not much else to say. This team is looking really clean right now. 2 really solid performances, and excited to see what they continue to do in the upper bracket of the the BTS Pro Series. That being said, it will be Beast Coast falling to the lower bracket, where they will end up, probably playing some of the. It's got to be the teams from the lower or from the lower side of the upper bracket. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But we do have one other series coming right up, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, fellas?
That is correct. This one should be interesting as well. It is Infinity.
Infinity and Ravens.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask: is Parker also playing on Ravens right now?
So
wait, how does that work? Is he allowed?
Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so hold on. Parker is not officially on the Ravens roster at the beginning of the Pro Series, so he's not technically on their team. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I think Badger wrote something out to me, but
they had
we'll let you know.
They had Dad standing in for a while as well, so it's possible that Dad's going to continue playing for them. It's hard to say, but we'll see. Parker, we might just be seeing 2 series in a row here, which would be quite funny. But either way, congratulations to Noun, a beautiful game number 1. We do have an interview. Oh boy. All right. Well, we're going to go to a short break. We'll be back with the interview in just a moment. I kind of forgot that we do those things here in the playoffs. So we'll be right back. Everyone stay tuned for just a moment. We'll see you in a sec. Hey everybody, welcome back here to the BTS Pro Series, and as promised, we do have an interview with the one and only Husky. How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Good, I'm good. How are you?
Feeling pretty good. That was a lot of fun in that series. Congratulations on a pretty swift 2-0, convincing 2-0, honestly, as well. So how you guys feeling? How's the team doing?
Feeling good. I think we are becoming more disciplined and cleaning things up more. Obviously, there's still some random deaths and feeds, but overall, we played pretty well, I think.
I see that you've got the whole NA Dota webcam thing going on. You and Sammy both just decided to turn your lights off for this one. Thank you very much for that one.
You're welcome.
Pure darkness.
Okay, my question for you is: there's some feeds, some deaths everywhere, but who is the MVP other than yourself in that game, man?
Other than myself, of course. In which game? The second one?
Game number 1. I want to start with that one because watching Gunner in that one was wild. He did not look like he was having fun at the start of that.
Gunner was having a rough one. I would say Moo was the MVP. He was just like, guys, I'm like level 8, I'm really strong. My Storm's like level 5, and my Timber's like, I'm level 8, it's fine, just play around me, I'm gonna carry. So I'd say Moo was the rock in that one.
Yeah, fair enough. You guys look pretty clean in both these games. You look like you recovered a couple of issues that you had since the DPC. Do you feel like the time off has helped you guys reset? Do you feel like you have learned something since DPC ended, or do you think it's just more of the same?
I mean, obviously after DPC, we had like a post tournament / season talk as a team about things to work on, and I think we've gotten a lot better. Like we fixed a lot of the things that we want to fix, and other things that we wanted to fix we are improving on, but still have work to do. So more of the same, pretty much. It's just kind of Dota.
All right. Sammy, I'll give you a chance to take the floor. I mean, you two had plenty of quality time to spend together when you were in Singapore. You guys ended up staying and watching TI.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I don't know where I'm supposed to go with that.
I want a buddy conversation.
No, I'm not. What do you mean? I'm trying to ask you about the game. Like we just watched him 2-0.
No one cares about the game anymore. They want to hear the NA band. Let's be honest.
Did you think that game 2 was getting out of control at some point? Because they were playing really fast. They had Aegis at 12 minutes. They were taking all your towers.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought your guys' execution was pretty easy, but especially when they had Aegis, they're just diving you. They dove your tier 2, then they just take your tier 2 for free. It was looking like you guys were in a pretty rough position. How did you guys kind of settle and get yourselves out of that, get yourself focused on what was important, close the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think both games they went for this super hyper aggro draft, but we also knew that we were going to outscale them because we're essentially farming on like 4 to 5 heroes constantly the entire game, even with like some of the random deaths. As long as we don't like group up, like as long as we don't TP back on these pushes and get team wiped like 2 or 3 times, like the game is fine because they're not farming at anyone except for their Midas gyrocopter. So we knew the game would be fine if we got past like the early aggression. And then they started diving some towers and stuff, and they made it really easy for us. So I don't know. But like, yeah, both games, I think game 1 they have what? Enchantress, Tiny, and game 2 they have Enchantress, our spare. Like these heroes, especially Enchantress, if they fall behind or they don't keep snowballing, they're just really bad heroes. I don't think it's easy for them to end the game ever. Like they're trying to end the game into like Enigma high ground, Timbersaw, Storm high ground, Tiny, Rubik alone. Like it's not easy for them to win these games. But I do think they got a little clowny and over aggressive, to be honest.
Schofield was making a ham in game 2. Really funny.
Yeah.
I do gotta say, speaking of Schofield, you had probably one of the best like interrupts I had seen in a while on your Rubik in game 2. Like he's like rolling into cancel the black hole behind your tier 2 mid, and you just like catch him mid roll, and completely like salvage what was gonna be a potentially a pretty rough fight if you guys didn't kill the Ember Spirit there. So was that what you were just looking for the whole time, or was that just like convenient locating?
Yeah, I mean, their only real initiator in this game is the Earth Spirit, so my goal was to just kind of look for where he was in the fights and cancel his combo. Because when he casts the roll, if I cancel it, he's going to be like in the middle of our team. So if I break up him, like stunning someone and then silencing and all that, like he'll just die. And then once he's dead, they don't really have a fight. Like he's their main poke. They have like Ember and Gyro, but after he's dead, they don't have any way to really go on us. So
nice. What are you guys feeling going further into the tournament? Obviously, because we still have the whole second half of the upper bracket that's going to be played. We're going to be seeing, Shopify entering. Right? We're going to be seeing Shopify entering, the tournament as we haven't seen them yet. But then there's also still Alliance, Thunder Awaken, and 5-Rat. Do you guys expect to see Shopify at the end of the upper bracket here, or what are you thinking?
Yes, 100%.
100%. You guys ready for them?
Yeah.
The rematch?
Yeah. I mean, I think that team is definitely better than past iterations of that team at the start because they actually have an offlane player this time, so they're allowed to start from like a higher basis than before. In the past, this team just has some carry player playing offlane and they take like 3 months to become okay. But they're starting at a much higher floor, I think, this time, so they're pretty good.
Nice. And you guys have any other questions here for the good old Husky?
Oh yeah, absolutely. What are your plans for the rest of the day? What are your plans for Valentine's Day? I'm sure there's a lot of people interested in what you're up to that day.
Oh, I'm sure very interested. Today, I don't know, nothing. I'm chilling today. Tomorrow I have a soccer game, so I'll be doing that. I have an orthodontist appointment too.
Then everyone's gonna have to book time with you after that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Busy man.
Well, yeah, that's all I got. Thank you, Husky.
Yeah, thank you.
Right on. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to join us, dude. As always, it's fun to kind of catch up, and best of luck in the upcoming matches. And we'll hopefully get to talk to you again soon.
Yep. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks, man.
Nice.
All right, so hope you all enjoyed that little interview. It was quite nice. It's always fun to chat with the boy. But as we said earlier, we do have one more series coming up next, which is going to be Infinity versus Ravens. Neph, Sammy, any thoughts on that series before we throw to a break?
I'm just wondering who's going to be playing on what.
Yeah, who's playing?
That's my question.
All right, okay, I guess that is a good question. Oh, man, it'll be quite funny. So yeah, we'll see y'all in just a few moments. Stay tuned for our second and final series of the evening. It's coming right up. We'll see you in a second.